Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage. Bronny James, the real truth. We're gonna break it all down. We're gonna see, is he really an NBA player? What is his future looking like after these games in summer league? You're now tuned in to Hoops World.
Hoops World.
LeBron James.
Right here, the king is like, hey, guess what? I'm still the king.
I hit the streets just to get a bag. I pack, he got toe tagged. I punched the nigga for shorty. I'm John Woo with the 40. You not gang nor the homie. Don't blow me, no, you don't know me. Gang shit, members only. You wasn't there, I was lonely. You wasn't there, I was lonely. Dog nice blicky on me. I was just stacking my commas up. Head down, trying to run it up. These niggas be stacking.
Yeah, bro. So, Bronny, man, the hype. Lakers fans. I guess the whole world, was waiting for Bronny James to make his summer league debut, and he's kind of like, from what I've seen and watched closely, it's like he's kind of struggled. He's kind of struggled, and then as rightly so. I mean, he's like I said, it's just the whole story of Bronny James. Like, I'm over the whole nepotism. Oh, Bron got him in the league. Like, I'm over that. It's like we've seen nepotism in the league. Giannis's brother. So I'm over the whole nepotism thing. Like, now I'm just gonna focus on Bronny, the NBA player. Can he be an NBA player? But from this summer league, bro, what have you noticed? Like, what has caught your eye about Bronny, and what do you think? Or we'll go with his strengths first. His strengths. What have you seen like that's Bronny's strengths?
Well, definitely, I'll
Mm,
start first. His defense has
yeah,
been, the point of where he's been greater at out of everything. That was a thing that he was, we were all looking at when he got into, when he was getting drafted too. That was one
yeah,
of the things he was good at. But he's also pretty quick, and he was at least, be able to be, constantly like engaged throughout the game. But the problem, with the, it was just the offense that was just kind of that was
yeah,
just dull. He
yeah,
tried. But like I said, the good part was is that he was trying. He was doing he was doing what he could.
yeah, yeah. And I think he got blessed with, like we were talking about this before. He didn't get blessed with his dad's height. He got blessed with his athleticism and like stocky athletic frame. Like, Bronny looks strong. He looks like he has that athletic frame where he can like not completely get bullied. But it's just the other part of the offense. It's like they pictured him as like a Deuce McBride coming into the league, or like a I've seen Deuce McBride, I've seen PJ Tucker, I've seen those type of guys, like feisty defensive guys that can hit threes occasionally. And with Bronny in the summer league, I think the world is, I think, put too much hype into it. Like, they're putting so much hype on his name, like, oh, it's because it's LeBron James's son. Every little thing is getting like hyper analyzed. But to me, he I was personally, when Ronnie got into the league, I thought he should have stayed in college and developed more. Now 2025 and 2026 draft class are going to be unbelievable, so he might have got heavily overlooked. So maybe it was better for him to go now. But I was one of the people that was like, don't do it now. Wait, get your game better, because it just seemed too fast for me. Like, he averaged 4 points in USC, straight to the league. He
It's
missed
just
a lot of
crazy
time.
that, like, how many people do you see that are freshmen in college, average 3 a game, and then are like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I'm gonna enter the draft and be okay with getting drafted 56."
exactly.
It's just
So yeah.
it's just how it goes.
Yeah, he was a strong prospect in high school. Let me read what the Lakers coach said in the recent game. They played the Rockets, lost to the Rockets. He said Dame Johnson, Lakers summer league coach, shrugged off James' early offensive woes. Shoot, he's going to have a long career. This is just the beginning. We just have to keep instilling confidence, keep that in their heads. So we've got a long way to go. Johnson, who primarily coaches Los Angeles G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers, was asked about Bronny's spending time in the G League next season. He said, I don't know about that yet, so I can't really comment on that. But I think all these guys are going to be in the G League at some point, the draftees. And also, we know that the Lakers drafted Dalton Connect. But yeah, I think the future for Bronny, it's just he's got to go to the G League. I'm sorry. Like, if I see Bronny on the roster of the Lakers roster, it's really a disservice. I mean, that's when I'm like, come on, like, how far can this nepotism go? Because he's not, I'm sorry, he's not ready yet. Let him go to the G League, let him get his minutes in, his development in. Maybe by February, if he has a arc and he goes, like, he starts looking really, really good, maybe January, February, you think about bringing him up, you know? Like, what do you think
Yeah,
Bronny's
just
path is right now,
at
bro? How
least give
can
him a
Bronny?
shot to develop like
Yeah,
every single draft prospect, has to this first a guy like Bronny James is just like, anybody who's gonna like with what we laid out is gonna
mhm,
go to the G League,
yeah.
it just that makes sense. But
What do you think his path
we'll
is,
see.
bro? Like,
We'll
do you
see.
think he can
It's
crack a rotation? Crack the
so
Lakers rotation?
unfortunately, like I guess it is, it is dependent on this on the nepotism, but it's hard
Yeah,
for me to see like if we're going off of play, he shouldn't be playing in an
yeah,
NBA
yeah,
game.
yeah. I heavily agree. I don't think he should see the NBA floor at least till he looks really, really, really good in G League. And that's no like shade or nothing. I'm just being brutally honest. Like, you can't. He's not an NBA player right now to me. But like I said, he has the defense is great. I'll start with that. The athleticism, defense is great. And then he just got to build from that. And then he can shoot from time to time. He just got to build on more being more consistent with his threes. Just being more consistent with his threes. That's it. But other guys in summer league outside of Bronny, bro. Before we end this video, who's really impressed you these past few games have been interesting watching, the prospects in the 2024 draft. Who's really impressed you so far in summer league?
So some of the prospects that or of the summer league that we were able to see, we saw. Well, first I'll start with, the Magic just played their first game and
Mm,
they had like everybody in their starting lineup play really well. So
mm,
that's a team to actually look out for in general.
yeah.
But, we saw Reed Shepherd, what Reed Shepherd just did in the same game, where they were giving, Bronny, you know, they were
Issues.
talking to him
Yeah.
after the game.
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd was cooking
Yeah.
and he was phenomenal along with Cam Whitmore, who also played well that
Yeah.
game too. And that was another team that we were
Yeah.
looking
Me
at
me
there.
personally, I like well, from a Reed standpoint, like I was surprised. I didn't think he was. I thought he was more of a spot up shooter, but he showed us that he can shoot off the dribble at times. Like he was coming off hezzy floater, coming off screen, step back. Like he has a little bit of that, off the dribble shooting type in his bag, and that really impressed me. Zach Edey, I was somewhat impressed. He kind of him and Walker Kessler is a starting center in the league. He did his thing against Walker Kessler. He had great post moves, bodying him, nice sky hooks. Like he had decent. I thought Zach Edey wasn't going to look too good, but he looked decent. He looked decent. Like he took advantage of what he is, 7'4", all that size. He took advantage of that of Walker Kessler in that game. Who else? Ricochet. I saw highlights of Ricochet, bro, and I thought like he does not look comfortable dribbling. Like that's my first. He just looks really awkward getting like dribbling and going into like certain actions. And this is the thing. He's such a 3 and D type guy, but he's really like as far as like dribbling and getting into like as your own creation, it's really, really rough to watch because it's like it just doesn't look crisp. It looks very awkward for him when he's dribbling. So he's got to work on his handle a lot. I know he can shoot. He can shoot that thing, and I know he can play defense, but the creation got to be there. So that's the thing I saw with Ricochet. And then what I saw from Alexander Sarr, I was like, no bag, defense. He can move his feet 7'2", and he can move his feet and play great defense, but he has no bag. Like the offense is very, 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 very low, and it's just he needs a lot of work. Raw talent.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we also had, unfortunately, we had with the Nuggets and the
Yeah.
Clippers, Deron Holmes just went down with this torn
Oh
Achilles,
yeah.
which is
Prayers up, man.
very unfortunate after having such a strong game. We know obviously he was drafted in the first round, had 11 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, was 4
Yeah.
for 8 from the field and 3 for 3 from three in 26 minutes before he went down and tore his Achilles. So it's unfortunate, but prayers up to him. You just hope for the
Oh my
best.
god, that was so
And
yeah, because
yeah,
he
'cause
was
that was
high on
another
my
one.
draft. He was high on both of our draft boards. Like we put him up there. Like we wanted our team to draft him. And when the Nuggets got him for a steal, they might have moved up. I don't remember. They might have moved up to get him, but they got him for a steal. And he cooked in his first summer league, and just one of the worst injuries in basketball on your debut summer league. It's just like that's just so painful. Prayers up, man. It just hurts. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. We'll be back with more summer league news. more NBA updates. Hit that like button, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Hoops World Zero. We'll see, man. How do you let us know in the comments how you feel about Bronny James and all these summer league prospects? Who is has your interest? Appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back.